Hi there, and this week's challenge is how do you work out when you haven't got a gym open? So we're going to do the workout in the kitchen. This is my real kitchen. Here is a kettle. So we're going to boil the kettle and we can use that as a timer. And you can do different exercises while you wait for the kettle to boil. For instance, you could just do your elbows to your knees. If you're looking for a little bit of aerobic workout, you can go quite quickly if you want to. And just see how long it takes for that kettle to boil. I have a very efficient kettle. You can do some balance work by just putting your leg up and seeing how long you can stay on one leg and then doing the other leg. Kettle's boiled, so there you go. But obviously if you're making tea for 4 or 5 people, then it would be a bit quicker than that. So I'll probably cheat a little bit. The worktop in a kitchen you can use for incline work. For instance, an incline press up, you could do that. So that would work for you. Some worktops you can get yourself underneath, and you could even do yourself an inverted row. So I'm going to move the camera around now. We're going to just pause it and I'll show you some stuff you can do on the kitchen floor. So here we are on the kitchen floor. I've got socks on so it's slippery, and you can do some exercises using the slipperiness. For instance, you can go into a bridge on the floor and then you can bring your foot out and back. So you're working your hamstrings there. A little bit short for space, but that's the whole point of the workout really, to show you that even in the kitchen you could do that. You can bring your leg backwards and forwards. That's pretty hard for your hamstrings, and that's a nice workout. Now I'm not sure how the microphone will cope with this, but hopefully you'll get the idea. If you wanted to do pull-ups and you haven't got a pull-up bar, so sorry to turn my back on you, you could use the slipperiness of the floor, and you could grip onto the floor and pull yourself up and then push yourself back. Hi there, another challenge for you is to maybe work out in a chair when you're at home. So there are some things you can do. There's some equipment you can buy online. This is going to be about £10, $10, something like that. It's just called a magic circle, and this is actually really good for if you want to do any sort of work where you're isometrically holding. That means you're just holding in one place. There's no movement in your arms and building strength. You can also do some work with some eccentric and concentric contractions where you're actually moving the thing, or you can just hold it, raise it above your head. The great thing is also you can put it between your legs and you can squeeze, so you're getting some adduction exercises working there, which is really good. If you're a bit tight for money at the moment, because obviously a few people are quite worried about their finances, then you can use the chair and you can just push against the arms, for instance, and you could hold that for 30 seconds. That's a nice isometric exercise. You can even hold the outside of the chair and push in, which gives you a different vibe on your legs as well. Some strange ones you could do, for instance, if you're watching or you're binge watching something like, say, The American Office, every time that the lead character looks at the camera, you could just stand up and make sure you can sit down. Or you can do some marching in a chair. That's possible. You can just march throughout all of the commercial breaks. You could do that. So the idea is that the challenge is to make your home a little bit more active. And just sitting, you can make that active by doing any movement you like. You can bring your arms above your head. You can just buy a cheap resistance band and you can be doing your arms above your head. There's so many different things you can do with just a little bit of imagination. So the challenge also for you is to come up with different ways that you've worked out at home, maybe post a video or a couple of pictures and just tell us all about it. Hope you enjoyed today's challenge.